Now, moving on from this, like I said, we were going to talk about the technical analysis here and talk about what we predicted yesterday. So, yesterday, I was talking about this, and pretty much what I mentioned is us breaking down below the support and not being able to get back above it. That's exactly what happened. We broke down. We weren't able to get it back above it. We got rejected again, trying to get back above this resistance over here at 8Z414. And then we kept going down here. So now the next thing we want to look at here is the resistance here. So we have minor resistance first at about 8Z39. So if we can't even get above 8Z39 to get back up to 8Z414, if we can't even get past this area to at least get here, we're definitely going down to 8Z30. So 8Z30 is that next support that we're watching for. I don't know if we're 100% going down there, but right now it could possibly happen. But we are having a lot of exchange listings back to back. So if we can get a major exchange listing, this will definitely invalidate everything we just now said. And then it will probably go back up to AZ41 and then eventually up to AZ48 and beyond. Now, if we can't stay above this support here, obviously we would go down here and hit AZ30. So you want to watch out for that because that's actually a major, major point for Baby Doge. Watch my video from yesterday. We did a lot of talking points on that. So moving on to the 4-hour chart, though. 4-hour chart is a much of a long-term chart, way more of a long-term chart than the other one. As you can see here, we do have more demand. All this green over here, it's more demand for us. So we have more demand for Baby Doge in this area, which means we should be getting more purchasing coming up inside this area. But as you can see, it's still going down even though we have more demand, which is kind of a signal that even if we do start the pump up to 4-1, we could easily get rejected and then go down to AZ30. So you just want to be careful here. You don't want to just dump all your money in because you see a pullback. You never know if it could continue to pull back, and you never know if it could take off. So look at what happened the last time. So our last pump was the same thing. We went all the way up here to AZ36, and then we went all the way back down to AZ30. And then we went all the way up to AZ45, and then we went all the way back down now to AZ35. So we could have the same thing where we pull back and then we go up all the way to the next one. So that's what the pattern is looking like. I'm just kind of explaining how the pattern is looking. The pattern is looking like we're about to go back to our all-time high if we follow what we did before. If we follow this one right here, right? If we follow this area here and we also follow this area here. If we follow these two areas, then we should be going up for another leg higher. So let me kind of take off all those drawings just so you can see. And let me also take off the indicators just so you can see what I'm talking about here. So this is what I'm talking about. See how we pull up here and then hit that resistance and then pull back to the support. And then we do it again and then we pull back to the support. What if we did that again and we end up going all the way up to our all-time high? So that's what I'm talking about there. It could happen or it could not happen. This is just a speculation here. So remember that. But like I said, none of this is financial advice at all. I'm not a financial advisor. Just kind of going over this with Baby Doge. Now, that's all cool for Baby Doge, right? But let's talk about Bitcoin and see where Bitcoin would go. So let's talk about the Bitcoin technical analysis. Now, Bitcoin here, on the other hand, you can see Bitcoin hit that support all the way down there at 23.5K here, right? 23.5K earlier today, but it's been pumping since that. Or, I mean, earlier yesterday. And it's been pumping since that now. And now we're at this area where it says there's high activity expected. But the thing that alarms me is there's high activity, yet there's a red bar up right above us, which shows that there's less demand in the area, which shows that selling comes near that red bar. And on the oscillator, we're getting a bearish signal. So you're seeing the buying is now slowing down, so the bearish signal comes up. And what scares me here is not much selling came from that bearish signal, so the selling hasn't came yet. So we see the buying slows down. Now, that next thing that comes is the selling. So I think a selling wave for Bitcoin is about to come, and I think it's going to bring us back down to 23K. Right now, we're at 24.3K, and obviously 23K, it wouldn't be that far of a drop. But what is a far drop is when you look at the oscillator on the 4-hour chart. When you look at the oscillator on the 4-hour chart, it becomes very alarming because we just came off of two majorly overbought areas, huge. Overbought here, all of this was overbought. All of that was overbought. We were way overbought here on the oscillator. This is showing us now that it's curving downwards, meaning that selling is about to come. So I think that we're about to have a selling wave. And you see, we already had one major selling wave right here. We already had one major selling wave. But another selling wave could come to where we drop down below 23K and hit 21, possibly even 20K from there. So I think Bitcoin might suffer a large drop very soon. And it's just like I said, Baby Doge has a possibility of going down to 8Z30 as well. This is just the short term, but I'm still very confident that in the long term we will be good. But yeah, there's a lot of demand for Bitcoin around 20K. So I think that 20K area might be hit, and then we could go back up from there. But yeah, lots of demand in 20K. So we're gonna have to wait for that. Now, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you like the video. Go ahead and check out my other channel, Marcellus Travels, if you just want to see the short clips of this video. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video. Big shout out to everyone out there that watched the video. Also, hit the like button and subscribe. This is the Marcellus Clips channel. On this channel, we will be continuing to grow, and I will continue to put the clips to all the videos on this channel just in case you don't want to watch the long form content. So definitely check that out. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers and plus and beyond. And stay tuned for another video.